The 10 best vehicles under 100K. There are so many great cars, but with so many options on the market, buying a car can be extremely time-consuming. Automakers are bringing their best to the table. Each year brings with it a tsunami wave of innovation, fresh ideas, and intense competition in every industry. At the start of the new year, everyone likes to see the spectacle unfold, with critics and enthusiasts crowding to review and discuss every new car. In today's video, we bring you an exciting list of the best vehicles under $100,000. For this list, we're keeping the rules of the road simple. Any car is eligible as long as it's fast and crosses the line with a base model price tag of less than $100,000. Number 1. Jaguar F-Type with RAWD automatic powertrain, $100,000. At an MSRP of around 10 grand even, you can get yourself a 5-liter V8 supercharged that produces 550 horsepower. Now this car will launch from 0 to 60 in about 3.6 seconds. It has all-wheel drive, so you can drive it in bad weather. It's luxurious, as Jaguars always are, and well-appointed. And 2 extra bonuses: you won't find another car with such vivacious hips, or you won't find one that sounds as good as the F-Type R. Number 2. Toyota Supra, $43,000. After a really long hiatus, Toyota decided to bring the Supra back. This time, Toyota is in cahoots with BMW. Now the beautiful thing with all this is that the new Supra retails from anywhere to $50,000 to $55,000, depending on how you outfit it. It utilizes the BMW B58 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder with a whopping 335 horsepower. Did you know it not only shares the engine with BMW, but the beautiful interior as well? Number 3. Corvette Z06. With a front-engine, rear-wheel drive, 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque from the LT4 engine, this can be coupled to an automated transmission. With a retail price of $93,000, you can get yourself a high-end sports car that will do 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds and top 205 miles per hour. A new cell phone projection innovation on Corvette Z06's MyLink framework shows content from Apple iPhone 5 or later models on the multicolor screen through the Apple CarPlay. Upheld applications for the framework incorporate telephone, messaging, guides, music, and viable outsider applications. The Corvette Z06's capacity is established in its LT4 supercharged 6.2-liter V8 motor, which is SAE guaranteed at 650 pull, 485 kilowatts, at 6,400 RPM and 650 pound-feet of force, 881 Nm, at 3,600 RPM, making it one of the most remarkable creations ever from General Motors, and quite possibly the most impressive car accessible in the United States. Number 4. Mercedes-AMG C63, $73,000. This sedan is a mob boss in a pinstripe suit. It's smooth, cool, and sophisticated. But don't be fooled, it's also got muscle. The 469 horsepower from a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 to be exact, as the brand name suggests. The amalgamation of luxury and power is unprecedented. And with Mercedes-AMG cleaning up at Formula One in recent years, this is one car you do not want to see in your rearview mirror. Mind you, it likely won't be there for long. Number 5. BMW M2, $50,700. If you ask some gearheads, model BMW seems to have traded drivability for good stats, but this is not the case with the M2. The coupe is a return to form from Bavarian Motor Works. Its light, agile body and incredible predictability make it a pleasure to drive, and with 365 horsepower and a 0 to 60 mile per hour time of just over 4 seconds, the M2 has plenty of pleasure to offer. Sure, it's less than perfect in some areas. For example, its driver's seat isn't exactly in line with the rest of the car, but this BMW is ultimately a driving machine. Number 6. Dodge Viper, $95,000. Barely fitting the criteria for this list, this legendary sports car strives to be as purely American as a car can be. It's big, it's brash, and it has 645 horsepower. It's got way too much power coming out of its massive 8.4-liter. Of course, you may find the Viper to be a bit of a handful to drive, but what can we say? The more agile, track-focused models were too expensive for this list. But if the base model is still a little rich for your blood, there is always the $50,000 Challenger SRT Hellcat with its own mammoth 707 horsepower power plant. Number 7. 2021 Lexus LS. The Lexus LS is the Japanese extravagance brand's top car. It is worked to give a definitive ride. It additionally accompanies a remarkably smooth ride and premium conveniences to relax travelers on their journey. Lexus includes well-being components to assist with keeping away from crashes and a discretionary semi-autonomous framework that lets the vehicle all but drive itself. It's not as quick or rich as others on this list, but rather the LS centers around an extravagant vehicle's most fundamental angles and executes this wonderfully. The Lexus LS is a 5-seater vehicle that comes in 3 trim levels. The most famous style is the LS 500 horsepower AWD, which begins at $94,775 and contains a hybrid 3.5-liter V6 motor and all-wheel drive. This LS is assessed to convey 23 miles per gallon in the city and 29 miles per gallon on the highway. Number 8. 2021 Audi A8. A standard extravagant vehicle built to carry 4 individuals in complete comfort, the Audi A8 unites all of the German automaker's skill in one machine. Making its lodge from excellent materials, the A8 stays calm at speed, riding on an auto-leveling air suspension. Travelers sitting in the back have limo-like space and accessible force leaning back and back rub. It's energetic like an Audi, with turbocharged motors and all-wheel drive. Audi A8 is a 5-seater that comes in 2 trim levels. The most famous style is the L4.0T, which begins at $99,945 and contains a 4.0-liter V8 turbo motor and all-wheel drive. This A8 is assessed to convey 15 miles per gallon in the city and 23 miles per gallon on the roadway. Number 9. 2021 Lexus LC. The Lexus LC is an extravagance vehicle with head-turning outside styling, a luxurious inside, and either a V8 or crossover V6 motor. Accessible as a roadster or a convertible, it comes up short on the through-and-through exhibition of certain opponents, however makes up for it with the incredible driving experience that makes each trip feel awesome and memorable. The Lexus LC is a 4-seater vehicle that comes in 2 trim levels. The most well-known style is the LC 500, which begins at $94,075 and contains a 5.0-liter V8 motor and rear-wheel drive. This LC is assessed to convey 16 miles per gallon in the city and 25 miles per gallon on the interstate. Number 10. 2021 Tesla Model S. The Tesla Model S is a regular electric vehicle with up to 520 miles of driving reach. It re-examines the advanced extravagance vehicle, loaded with innovation for the greatest of traveler delight. There are enormous touchscreens in each seating line that proposition admittance to music, motion pictures, gaming, and that's just the beginning. Tesla's semi-independent driving framework permits the vehicle to nearly drive itself. However, energetic speed increase and taking care of it will have proprietors needing to retake the controls. The Tesla Model S is a 5-seater vehicle that comes in 5 trim levels. The most famous style is the Performance, which begins at $93,190 and accompanies an electric motor and all-wheel drive. This Model S is assessed to convey 114 miles per gallon in the city and 106 miles per gallon on the roadway.